Liverpool skill. Oh, what a goal! And Morgan hits it. He's in behind Vardy. He's done it.
Leicester City are champions of the Premier League.
Hello there, folks. Welcome back to another episode of the Leicester City Save champions. Well, now former champions. Arsenal have actually, that was karma. I'm not sure what for, though. I've not done anything just yet, but I've hit my arm on let's forget that. So today, folks, we have ourselves a very interesting proposition. Liverpool now have entered the fray. They've overtaken us in the league table, and European football, for me, in here, was the must this year. And with the top goal scorer and the highest average rating and the most assists, you'd think that with a player like Andrea Belotti, anything was possible, though we find ourselves in 7th position. Today, though, we will play Middlesbrough and Bournemouth with the hope of Europa football on the horizon. The Champions League still not an impossibility, but forever unlikely. So then, let's kick things off. We play Bournemouth today. Let's run you through the team. So then, we have Zila in goal today. He's going to come in to replace Schmeichel, who's had 2 games against Arsenal and Chelsea and not performed to his best. Simpson, Santos, Iorfa and Chilwell at the back. Milan Belhaj just in front. I've changed his name back to what it was before. Drinkwater, Hernandez, Odegaard, Vardy, Belotti up top. We're hoping today, we'll start in control as well, to bring out a good performance at the end of the season. We play Bournemouth and Middlesbrough, as said, and if we beat them both, I think top 6 is probably quite likely. Not a certainty, but probably quite likely. And I live for the probably quite likelies. That's a mouthful. I'm pleased I've got that out. They're playing Wilson and Graben up front. I noticed no Jack Wilshere. Where is Jack Wilshere? I think secretly we all probably know. But it'll be funny, so let's find out. Jack Wilshere, currently injured with a broken shoulder. It's so realistic, I love it. I mean, while we're here, Daniel Sturridge, what's he up to? Daniel Sturridge currently match fit. Not as realistic as I'd hoped. Okay then, let's see how we get on. We're going to get assertive today. It's been a bad run lately. Go out there and impress me. 3 games in the league without a win. It's about time we turn it round. Ever since that defeat to West Ham in the Europa League, things have been, not good. But don't fear, because things can only get Webber. So there we go. Okay then, the games begin. This episode needs to go well, otherwise there'll be tears. Nathan Ake, but this is early stages here. Blimey, Bournemouth are coming forward. I dare say they're almost pressing me. Milan Bardell in the middle. It's just an experiment playing as halfback. I shouldn't be doing experiments at this stage. We come forward though. Hernandez out to Simpson with Belotti to Drinkwater on the edge of the box. Drinkwater, well, I thought he was going to shoot. Plays it into Jamie Vardy. Oh, who slots it home. Leicester City 1, Bournemouth 0. That's what we're looking for. His 25th goal of the season. Puts us into 5th place. Of course, the teams below us do have games in hand, West Ham and Liverpool. But if we take the lead and keep the lead, then it puts the pressure back on them, which is just what we want. Also, if we could win by a few goals, that would be useful. Goal difference and that. I mean, if Man City lose their next game, cat amongst pigeons rather than me amongst pigeons. Bournemouth come forward. Ball back to Pugh. Well, it's hit the post. Ball from Gradle on the right side, all the way across. I think it's Mark Pugh hits the post. Ball to put in now by Daniels, cleared by Drinkwater at the first post. No, I mean, they never call it the first post, do they? Call it the front post, Ben. So they don't go, the ball towards the second post. No, it doesn't happen. Free kick right at the end of the half towards Santos. Iorfa's there. I think it's offside. It denies him his first senior goal for Leicester. And well, never mind. I mean, we go in at half time, 1-0 up, but it could have been 2. Okay then, I'm going to tell them they're all capable. Things are going well. You weren't that bad. Keep it going. I have faith in the performance. They look relatively pleased. Of course, we've got to keep an eye on what Bournemouth do. Now, it's the way, I can't really show you this in full detail. We'll go through it more maybe in the pre-season. I intend this year to give you a bit more, for God's sake, Wiz Khalifa's just scored. I can't believe this. Oh, sorry, not Wiz Khalifa. Just Ed Khalifa. In the pre-season, no matter what formation I'm going to do, I'm going to try and talk you through my tactics a bit more this year on Football Manager. Last year, I got a little bit of criticism, saying, he's very entertaining, but he's really telling us about what's going on. Valid criticism. So this year we're going to try and incorporate a little bit more of the tactical side into my Football Manager episodes. If you're not into that, avoid them like the plague. Keep an eye out for it. After the transfer episodes, where you do some sort of pre-season transfer, sort of tactics chat. Okay, this isn't going to plan. I'll be honest. I might just change the role of Milan in the middle because he's playing a little bit too deep for my liking. It's causing problems. Gradle plays it back to Ake on the edge of the box, all the way back to Daniels, and that gives Bournemouth another chance to Hughes turned his man. Now Daniels, if he gets this ball in, it could be dangerous. Callum Wilson at the front post. You are pissing kidding me. It's a penalty kick. We're going to change him to a deep line playmaker on support, push him further forward. In fact, no, Regista. I've had enough. That's a sign of me having enough, apparently. Penalty kick. Last time we had one of these, we didn't stop it from going in the goal. So far, they've had 2 shots on target. This is set to be their 3rd. Callum Wilson steps up, Callum Wilson scores. Same place as the previous penalty we conceded to Santi Cazorla. Well done, everyone. Mark Wilson with it then. 2-1 down. Attack. I mean, what was happening there? Was Schmeichel on the ground? We'll never know. I mean, time is ebbing away here, and this is not how I intended to start this episode. Bleep it out. For fuck's sake. It's a problem. We're 3-1 down to Bournemouth. I mean, the end of the season has rolled round, and we are choking it like no tomorrow. I mean, time's pretty much up, boys. I'm not going to lie to you. Time is pretty much up. We dropped down to 8th position. 8th position. We've scored. Who gives a shit? Belotti's got his 40th goal of the season in the most needless time of all time. And it's too late. It's too late. Vardy's been fouled. They've kicked it against their own defender. Odegaard plays in Belotti, finishes it off. But who cares? Frankly, who cares? We need a pissing miracle now. An absolute miracle. There it is then. Bournemouth 3, Leicester 2. I'm not angry, boys. I'm bloody furious. Get me to the Middlesbrough game immediately. I just got an achievement from Steam. Oh, hello. We've scored in 10 consecutive competitive matches. Yeah, good. It's a shame you haven't won 7 of them. Pissing heck. So welcome back. It is the final day of the season, a great event for friends and family of Leicester City to come together and enjoy the football. Ben Chilwell and Mes Morgan have gone on international duty. That's good of them. See you later, boys. Good job this wasn't important. So Christian Fuchs comes back in. I'm going to play a Marty at centre-back, Orfa on their right-hand side, with Santos at the back too. Milan Belhaj, this isn't working. We're going to play him as a support deep line playmaker and put Hernandez on as a support midfielder as well. Drinkwater next to him, Odegaard, Vardy, Belotti up top, and Zila is in goal today. I'm just sad about the whole situation, really. We're going to have to find a way to fix this, because with our front two this year, scoring 65 goals between them, it is quite clear the issues do not lie in the forward area. The issues lie back here, you incompetent idiots. Anyway, Middlesbrough today, if you take a look at the Premier League table, you can see that we're down in 8th position. A win today could see us rise as high as 5th if things go away. Essentially, we have to win, because if we don't, it's going to be bad. Disaster, I would call it. Also, good news, playing Middlesbrough today, away from home, if they don't win, they might well get relegated. If not, Everton get relegated, and that's quite interesting. Romelu Lukaku. I mean, why am I wanting the striker? Want the defenders, but if they're getting relegated, I probably don't want them. Okay, Middlesbrough playing a relatively defensive formation. Victor Fisher and Stuani on either side, Kone behind Negredo, and then sort of a back 7 with Victor Valdez in goal. Let's see how we get on, though. Come on, boys. It's end the season on a high. We can qualify with the. Come on, lads. We can qualify for the Europa Cup if we win here. Oh. Now, actually, Manchester City, of course, won the cup, so I assume that gives us an extra spot in the league. Actually, who's in the FA Cup final? This is suddenly very important. The FA Cup final has been contested between Newcastle and Stoke. Right, you are. I think if we win 7th place, might just do the job. Right, let's get the fixtures up, or the scores up of the games around the grounds. Obviously, the top sort of Chelsea, West Ham, Liverpool fixtures are the ones that matter most. I mean, I haven't said this yet this episode, but we can't get into the Champions League now. That dream is over. Okay, nearly 5 minutes on the clock, and we seem to have a little bit of possession here. Vardy's on it. We score first in a lot of games. It's what happens after that seems to be the problem. I offer it into Drinkwater. Vardy on it now. Maybe a shot on goal. Hernandez into Christian Fuchs, who's not respected the equipment. Jamie Vardy's put a ball through to Belotti, who's 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. Andrea Belotti, he's never let me down. He's got it into the back of the net for us. Wonderful stuff here. It's 1-0. We've taken a lead once again and put ourselves up into 6th position. It's all kicking off. The ball played through then. Belotti, 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. Victor Valdez comes out a little bit, but he can do nothing against the fearsome strike of Andrea Belotti. We're dominating the game. They've not had a shot, although they do have a throw-in deep in our half. Ball played into Victor Fisher at the back post. Amati just about clears. Kone with a strike, hits the post, and Fuchs puts it behind. A little bit nervy. It's a final day. Like, nobody can relax today. You know when stuff gets serious, when all of a sudden the league table and the latest scores arrive on the screen. In fact, let's try and make this a bit bigger. There's no reason to restrict this. Why does it happen? I offers on this right side, by the way. Jamie Vardy's put it home. It's 2-0. Well, will I turn up for the books? If things remain the same, things are basically looking very good for us. Liverpool are being held to Hull City. Elsewhere around the grounds, you can see at the bottom there, West Ham and Stoke still drawing, and Chelsea-Burnley still a draw. If those results stay the same, we will finish today in 6th position. Not bad at all. I mean, if Hull, Burnley and Stoke could score, that'd be great. Didn't mention Middlesbrough. Did anybody hear me say Middlesbrough? I didn't say Middlesbrough. Callum Chambers has got one back. It's 2-1. Bloody hell. Oh, brilliant. That's good, by the way. Let's just focus on this a moment. You may notice there that Liverpool are taking a lead. Who's the goal scorer? Own goal for Hull. That name seems familiar. He's on loan from us. Absolutely screwing me over. Unbelievable. This episode has just been just an anger fest. I mean, there's only one way this goes now. It results in a Middlesbrough goal. I mean, what is happening here? Okay, then. Well, it's been pulled back to 2-2. Yeah, I know. I'll be putting you on in a moment. You may notice it's every time I look that way. I shudder to think what happens if we look the other way. Chance, Odegaard. Somehow, we've got back in this. It's a highlight after the goal, and we're 3-2 up. I'd like to say we deserve that. We don't. I mean, this is the goal in 3 dimensions. Belotti, what a turn from Belotti. It hits his arse and goes to Odegaard, who chips it into the top corner. I mean, let's watch that again. Belotti, I mean, he's scored a lot of goals this year, but this is the real skill of the man. He does a wonderful turn. Look at this. Turn. Wonderful. And then off his backside, over to Odegaard, who chips it in. There's not many players in the world that could do that. I'm starting to think if his goals this year are intentional. Oh, not half-time, not here yet, but they came forward with a throw-in. Jamie Vardy towards Belotti. Drinkwater cuts it out, and now Odegaard. Now we've got runners ahead of him. Drinkwater, find one of them. Belotti to Vardy, perhaps. Now we go backwards again. Drinkwater, Odegaard to Christian Fuchs. Striker goal! Christian Fuchs puts it home. 4 goals in this first half for us. We're on fire. Apart from those 2 we conceded and I got very annoyed about. I tell you, it's the fear of that. That's what holds it in. Christian Fuchs then fires home. Lovely strike from him, and we take a 4-2 lead. Elsewhere, West Ham and Chelsea. Well, Chelsea have scored now. West Ham, though, still being held. I mean, I want to say I'm very pleased with the performance, but I'm not sure that's true. Aggressively, I'm not happy with the performance out there. Some of them seem confused, but we've conceded 2 to Middlesbrough. Come on. At this stage, by the way, Middlesbrough going down. Everton winning. We're having an effect at the top and bottom of the table. Belotti. I mean, I wasn't expecting a Victor Valder's own goal, but it's a pleasure, isn't it? So, it's interesting. I offer to Belotti, I mean, that's not a shot. Thank you, Victor Valdez, though. And we all appreciate it here. Everton now 3 goals to the good, and still elsewhere. West Ham still drawing 0-0. Chelsea, though, are leading with Pedro's goal. Odegaard forward to Vardy. Belotti's in the middle. It's another own goal. Callum Chambers. This is a mental game of Football Manager right now. So Vardy plays it across the line. I mean, it's just tapped in. It's 2 own goals. There's own goals going in everywhere. I've got to say I'm enjoying it. I mean, a West Ham goal now. There it is. There's the West Ham goal. We're scoring 6, but because we have messed up previously, we're now getting punished for it. Oh. Basically, we need Stoke and Burnley to suddenly, all out of nowhere, put a shift in. Andrea Belotti goes forward with it. Belotti, ball into the middle. I mean, Middlesbrough they're all over the place. Belotti, back to Milan Belhaj, forward to Odegaard, strike on goal. Victor Valdes makes a save. One of the most surprising things to happen in this game. Seriously, we've had 6 shots on target, 6 goals. 2 of those weren't even like our goals. West Ham are winning comfortably. So are Chelsea. Liverpool leading. I mean, I was told at the start of the game that a win would secure European football. Come on, lads, we can qualify for the Europa Cup if we win here. So I hope they haven't lied. They better not have lied, because I was told. We all saw it. So, starting to doubt it now, though, aren't I? We lost to Bournemouth. If we beat Bournemouth, probably get 5th. Full time here. Middlesbrough 2, Leicester 6. They would have written 6 as well, probably, on the old video printer. Apparently, we've secured it. It said there, well done, lads. Your performance has secured our qualification for the Europa League. Or Europa Cup. Euro Cup. I mean, it said Euro. I don't believe them. So, we'll see, won't we? There we are then. After Leicester came for the top last year, champions it was. This year, an 8th place finish. I think in real life, they'd probably be relatively pleased with that. It wouldn't be a bad season for them. We received £24 million for our 8th place finish. The squad get a 1.4 million buyout as well, or payout as well. Now it said we got into Europe. Let's see. Not seeing Europa League football next to our name. They're not seeing the EC, are we? We'll skip forward until the point where we might actually see it. Okay, let's see if we get any awards or anything like that. Let's have a look through here then. So, if we go through... Oh, Belotti was Footballer of the Year. Excellent. 30 goals, 14 assists. Unsurprising. That actually means that Leicester footballers have won it back-to-back, I believe. It was Mahrez last year? Jamie Vardy last year. Okay, so Vardy, then Belotti. Belotti also named as Players Player of the Year. Mahrez got that last year. Belotti gets it. So at least we're on top of something. Belotti also wins top goal scorer. He also wins Players Young Player. I mean, Belotti's won everything. And he's the one player we've got also named in the Team of the Year. End of season awards, Andrea Belotti 74% of the vote. He's also our young player of the season. Goal of the season was Andy King's goal versus Nottingham Forest, and the signing of the season, Dominic Iorfa, who played about 6 games. Personally, I would have said Hernandez, or Belossi even. How's Belossi? Let's watch this goal then. Andy King it was. Okay, so this was our goal of the season. The cream of the crop. It's Andy King. It's a strike into that far bottom corner. I mean, we all remember it, I think. Okay, our season review. Knocked out of the group stage of the Champions League. Quarterfinals of the Europa League. Oh, bloody hell. English Premier League, 8th position. Lost in the 4th round of the FA Cup. The final of the EFL Cup. That's not too bad. And we also lost in the Community Shield. I'm seeing the word lost a lot there, I have to be honest. Now, I do think I've worked out how we've got a Europa spot. This is how I think we've got it. Now, I think that the 2 teams in the final of the Europa League are English. And one of those just so happens to be West Ham. Let's see then what happens in that final. Okay, it's the end of season, so it's a bit of a special, a bit of a longer episode. We're going to find out, though, if we do indeed get our Europa League football. Okay, this is the final result. I don't think it matters who wins, because they both have a situation. West Ham qualify for the Champions League. Okay, we've actually got our payout as well, 700,000 for being in that competition in general. West Ham, who knocked us out, by the way, have actually won the Europa League. They go into the Champions League, which means we still haven't been told anything. I guess we'll keep looking. We're searching for Europa League place. The desperation right now is next level. Are we in the Europa League? Are we in the Europa League? No one's ever cared this much about the Europa League, I tell you. Commercial summary. All these pages look nice. Most notable new deal. We've got a soft drinks partnership. Good. Oh, it just so happens to be with this lemonade can company. Let's assume so. I think it's the one I've got on my desk. So there you go. If you're interested in any of that, you can see there Vardy, most number of shirts sold, Belossi, Mahrez, Okazaki, and Andy King. Andy King, wow. I mean, having King on the back of your shirt looks quite cool. Okay, initial budget, £63 million to spend. 63 million. Oh, it was worth keeping on to it last season. FA Cup final. I think this could be the key to whether we're in Europe or not. Joe Allen sent off, but Stoke win the FA Cup. Surprising winners of a few competitions here. Now, does this now mean we are officially in the Europa League? Nobody's telling me anything. I don't know. I mean, I've been told by the... I'm not convinced. I mean, we might carry on it, never knowing. I don't know, guys. I don't know if we're going to get it or not. Perhaps we're waiting on the Champions League result. I don't know. I'm sorry, this is the end of the season. I mean, we're just trying to find out, are we in Europe or are we not in Europe? You'd think I'd be able to just be told at this point. Champions League final is today. We might just be waiting for this. Real Madrid and Barcelona, a Clasico. Leicester received 17 million from the Champions League money. 17 million for going out in the group stage. Yes, thank you very much. You have 84 million in the bank. That explains the 64 million transfer budget. The question being, though, folks, are we in the Europa League? I'm being told nothing. We'll find out next episode if we're in it or not. No one's telling me anything. Chelsea have got it now. I mean, that's changed. But I don't think we are in it. I think I've been lied to. Okay, we'll just end it there. Tune in next time. We might be in the Europa League. We might not be. I don't know. We love with care. If we don't mention. Until next time, I'll see you again very soon. Goodbye.